Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate here, back again with another video from Banjo Built, and we got Chris as well.
Right now.
He just woke up, so
Yeah.
he's getting it. We got a little surprise for you guys today. We went to Tacoma, was it last weekend or two ago?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to say it was last weekend, right?
Yeah, about a week ago. Maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks ago. And we picked up a little Honda Ruckus right here. See if we can get that in focus for you. But anyways, pick that up, and we're going to be doing a little bit of work on it. Nothing performance wise, because it already has an upgraded CVT and the little 150cc motor on there. So I'm just going to get ahead and start taking the stuff apart and getting ready for paint. So we'll see how that goes. This is kind of what it looks like right now. Nothing too crazy. I made a little thing for to hold my phone, so I have a speedometer. A little Yoshi exhaust, aftermarket rear wheel, and I want to say the front wheel is also aftermarket. But the guy I got it from was going to do a rat rod style build, and I thought that was pretty cool, but I wanted to do something a little cleaner. So we're going to go ahead and start tearing it apart. Getting it all ready for paint. Oh, and also I bought these grips the other day, so I didn't like the ones that were on it. I think these ones are pretty rad. They feel a lot better too though.
Take it apart.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to end up doing here is I'm going to start taking off the battery box, disconnect the battery. Chris is going to take off the headlight mount bracket, and it's only 3 bolts there, and I want to say this is only 4, 2 on each side. And after that, pull off the gas tank, because we're going to paint that as well, even though the plan is to put a slab of wood right here so it covers the whole gas tank. Now you don't have to look at that ugly little line anymore, that wire. But that'll just kind of cover over everything. And this will still be painted along with possibly that, because this is really good. I like the paint on it. Paint's in great condition, so we'll see about that. Everything else will get painted. I'm thinking about a root beer brown, same color that we're gonna paint Chris's wagon. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty sick. So we're gonna get to it. Are those just 2 little clips? No, those are the ones that are actually crimped in there. You should be able to pull them off. Alright, so Chris just got the headlight assembly pulled off. Almost done with the battery box, just got another bolt to do. That should be off. Doesn't look too bad without that. Kinda looks a little cooler. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know? Upside down. Now it looks like a Wally. Or a Dragonfly. all that wiring. So far I got the motor off. There's more grinding. Got the wiring harness pulled out. And I'm just getting the last little bits for the tail lights taken off. That way we can go ahead and go paint this. Alright, so I just got the gas tank off, and right now we're draining it back into our gas can because I accidentally filled it up all the way last time I went to go ride it, which was yesterday. And yeah, other than that, all the wiring harness is pulled off from here. The last thing I need to do is unbolt that fuel pump right there, and just pull the motor out from away from the frame, and then we should be good to go for the next step. Got the wiring all taken off for the brake lights, and got the brake disconnected, so now it's literally just motor and the frame. So just got the frame all taken apart. Got all the bolts and everything that I don't want on there for when I go to sand it and wash it all off. Motor's sitting right here. Got the rest of the frame on jack stands. I'm probably just gonna spray bed liner on this, and we'll see how that looks. I think it'll look pretty decent with this being brown. Got the gas tank over here. It's all empty now. Probably should take that with me and go wash it. That way we can paint the top. And other than that, that's where we're at right now. Alright, so I got most of the frame all cleaned up. There's a couple spots that I couldn't really get to. And I found out there's a lot of Banjo on here as well. I don't know if you can tell. Like right there. This whole spot's actually covered in Banjo, so I didn't even take any paint off of it or anything. But this side you can definitely tell there's a lot of Banjo. I ended up hitting it right there quite a bit. Didn't mean to do that. So I'll probably go ahead and touch that up. But other than that, I'm just gonna take this and kind of wipe it down and get it ready for primer. I'm just gonna primer it gray. Do probably 2 coats of primer, maybe 3, just to be safe. And then I'll go ahead and do the base coat, which I'm gonna do black. So the whole thing will be covered in black before I go ahead and do that root beer brown. I'm really debating if I want to do root beer brown or like a metallic bronze or something like that. But I want to say it'll probably be root beer brown because I really like that color. And I don't have anything that's that color yet, so, but we'll see here. Alright, so it's the next day. Finally got this hung up by some string, and we're getting ready to primer it. I got the primer outside. It's actually in the bed of the truck, just kind of heating up. Yep, I think we're gonna be able to primer this today. The paint store wasn't open because obviously Labor Day. So I just got it all sorts of primered up. Didn't come out too bad. At least I didn't think it did. So the next step will be to get the base coat, which is going to be all black. So I know I've got some black paint in my paint box over there. So I'm going to wait for this to dry. I'm going to hit this up with some black paint. See what it looks like. I think it'll turn out pretty good. Alright, so I bought this spray and bed liner and ended up doing this part of the frame with it, just because I wanted a more textured feel in this frame before I put it all back together. It won't be painted brown. Top of that gas tank will be painted brown, but I did the bottom side with this bed liner as well, just cause really. Yep, so that's where we're at now. That's still drying after that first base coat. I need to go get some more paint, and probably tomorrow I'll go buy the root beer brown. That I'm gonna end up painting that. Not so sure what I'm gonna do with the battery box. I might just leave it that stock white color. So I found out all this plastic, it's actually white plastic. It's not painted. I thought it was just painted white. But yep. And then after that, we'll get it on the headlights and well, the headlight mounting bracket. And it should be good to go to get put back together. That is where we're sitting at. Alright, so a couple days have passed already, and the paint finally dried. So I was able to put the bike most of the way back together. I'm on the last part. I'm just polishing up this battery cover, and then I'll be attaching those wires right there for the blinkers. Putting that back on. Haven't messed with the headlights yet. I'm going to do that here soon, but after that, the entire bike will basically be put back together. I got some of this diamond plate steel mesh. What I wanted to do with this was take it and cut it, so that way I could put it right in this spot right here. So take it, cut it out to that shape, spray this black, and then I shouldn't have any issues with anybody trying to come up and poke at the motor or anything like that. But also I think it looked pretty neat with that there. Yeah, and also it'll keep out bigger rocks and stuff. I'm gonna do the same thing with this, mainly because I don't like how low it is to the ground. So I need to make a little bracket for that to cover up and attach to this stuff right here. I really didn't like how open that was when I first bought it. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Then I also have to get that wood for right here as well. I think that color is just gonna match super good with the ideas that I have for the wood. But that's where I'm at right now. So I'll get back to you guys once I have the battery box on and possibly the lights. At very minimum, battery box will be on. So I got the whole bike put together other than those headlights. I do need to reroute the brake going through the battery box because it's actually hitting and separating the two pieces whenever I go to turn right. So I'll probably run it down and across the tank, and then once it gets back here, go across the motor and then run back to the brake, because it's just so extra. There's so much length left on it right there. Super unnecessary, but that's what I got, and I don't want to cut it and not really want to spend money to go buy another one. So I'm just gonna reroute it, try and keep it out of the way as much as possible, and pretty much make it work. So that's where we're at now. Alright guys, so I just finished putting the entire bike back together. I fixed I want to say it was the brake cable, and the throttle ended up giving me some issues whenever I would turn full lock right or left. It would end up just giving the bike gas. So I definitely rode it around and it took off when I went to go do that. So but yeah, so I fixed that, fixed the brake. Now the brake doesn't have any issues. Got it all tightened up too, so it's super touchy. You just barely touch it and you're already starting to brake. But yeah, so I'll show you what we got here. It's finally all done. I did paint the headlight bracket. I'll probably do that at a later date. I just got kind of lazy and I wanted to drive it or ride it a little bit, so it is a little dirty because I've been riding it around all day. But other than that, I think it came out pretty good. On this side, I didn't want any big rocks or anything to get lodged up in here. I didn't like how it was all set up. So I just took some steel mesh, got it on there, held it on with a screw, and now that's all good to go. Don't got to worry about that. The next part that I do want to do is do that exact same mesh, except like for right here. And I already have the pieces cut out, but I just need to figure out how I'm going to mount a bracket onto this bar right here and just have it hang down. But I have them cut out. I don't remember where I put them. They're somewhere. But that'll happen on this side and on the other side. So I'm pretty excited about that. But oh, and the other thing, I got my portable charger to fit right in there. Turned out it was like a perfect fit already. So it just kind of sits in there, and don't mind that. We had some of the neighbors' kids come by and like try and jump on the bike, and they ended up chipping it pretty bad. And then this was from me, but we don't gotta talk about that. But yeah, I think the paint came out pretty good. I know this might have been kind of a quick and short video for a lot of you guys, but just kind of want to keep you updated on the little projects that we have coming. This will probably be in a few more videos, not entirely sure yet. I do like it a lot, but I also kind of want to just flip it and make my money back so I can finish the hatch. I just got the turbo manifold in as well. I think I might have mentioned that in an earlier part of the video. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. And there should be some more videos here coming out on the hatch as well. I know that Chris has some footage coming out on his wagon, and that should be here pretty soon. But yeah, so I just figured I'd show you guys this, keep y'all updated on what's going on, and that way you're not left in the dark. So, alright, y'all have a good one.